Hey there everyone, this is Jeff Perkins with JD Cutlery putting together a quick video on two of the Reate Jack 2.0s that I've finished up. I definitely have grown very partial to this knife. The design of it is just amazing. It gives you so much versatility with what we can do to take it to another level with the different anodizing and that type of thing, and just the fit and finish on this knife is stellar. Probably, in my opinion, the most detailed of the CNC machining, the most intricate of the fit and finish. This model is showing out of the Reate lineup. You have so many different components to the knife, between the integral frame, the carbon fiber. The other side you've got hidden screws. You've got this cool pivot disc that helps hold everything with their integral pivot system. Then you have that awesome blade spine, as well as the flipper that's done up and the screws in the top that hold it together, and then topping it off with that hand rubbed flat ground blade that just has an insane edge on it straight from the factory. It's just a fantastic knife. So let's go ahead and look at these one at a time. Very happy with the way the two of these turned out. We went with a beautiful storm finish, heavy in the bronze on the frame, and then just back into the spine, up into some blue. We did go blue on the screw hardware throughout, and then you got that cool pivot disc that's been done in bronze. And this thing, you've just got so much color in it. You've got color in the flipper. That back spine is just amazing looking. The studs that are the blade stop, those studs do not work for flipping, just as an FYI. And you can tell on this side you've got the hidden screws for the carbon fiber. And even being closed, you get the frame, then you get that blade spine, giving you even more color. And I like the way they laser etch the Reate in. It actually pops nicely against the anodizing. Pocket clips all done up as well. These guys center in perfectly. I always, light's playing with me. Always look at the tip right in there. And then the lockup is beautiful as well. Nice and early. And you can tell just by the sound of that thing locking in, it is solid. The precision on this knife is amazing. I am incredibly happy with the model. Unfortunately, there are not too many of these left that I can work on. If it ends up being like the Jack 1, which I'm sure it will be the limited run. They've never made a second run of Jack 2 or Jack 1s. So I would get it while you can. The bead blast and the wire finish, the buffed out wire finish, are the two that I can work on. This is a buffed out wire finish. I'm going to go ahead and fingerprint it up. That way you see what it looks like fingerprinted up. And it's just a super fine. You can see that there's, actually you can't even really see it here. You don't notice it all on the frame, but what they've done is they've wire finished it so it gives it a slight texture. And then that one I can buff out. They've got a number of models that are done with DLC on them. I can't touch those. Too much time and effort trying to get that DLC off of there. So the only ones I can work on are these. This one with the blue disc was the bead blast, which is even easier for me to buff stuff out. The wire brush, I've got to make sure I take my time and get it taken care of, because that wire brush puts particles of steel on the titanium, which affects the anodizing. So I've got to be a lot more careful with those. This one here was a bead blast, so it buffed out. It does not have any of that texture at all. I'll fingerprint this up so you guys see what it looks like fingerprinted. Like that blue disc, it's got a tiny bronze edge to it, which really goes nicely with the bronze hardware. We want bronze screws all over. Take a look at that blade spine. Just so much color in these knives. I really love that the flipper gets it. Life all the way through. Lock up again nice and early. And perfectly centered on the blade. This one's a little more blue than the bronze. You can still see the Reate. My light's just a little goofy on it. Of course, we've got the lanyard going. And a nice stormed out pocket clip. And again, that action is just insane. Locks in beautifully and has that nice ka-chunk as it goes in. So if you're on the fence about this knife, I know I was hesitant about the way it's held in and all, the blade, but the blade is channeled, and there's the 3 down spots that go into the channel of the blade. Really locks that in firm. I mean, the design on this knife is pretty amazing. So if you've been on the fence, I would definitely try and tip you towards getting one before they're all gone. I'm definitely going to have to own one myself. But these two will be posted. These two both will be posted on the website, www.jdcutlery.com. If you're interested, please check it out and get them while you can. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next one.